Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick update. It's been a long time since I've posted because I've been pretty ill since the end of December. I had even made another update video, but I even haven't had the mental capacity to even do the editing on it. So I'm starting over. This is the new update video, and I'm just going to talk a little about what's happening and let you know that I am still alive. So this year has started off with a really bad cold. I've had 2 sinus infections, which now that after seeing a doctor now a 3rd time within a month, I realize is probably a chronic sinus infection. I haven't had one in quite a while because I have a deviated septum, which I've had 2 nasal surgeries to open the passages. Those happened in France, and I've generally been pretty good since. It wasn't just to fix the openings, but I would get bloody noses for up to 3 hours at a time and have had my nose cauterized more times than I can remember. So I have a long history with my sinuses and my nose, and yeah, it's been turbulent, and this year has been rough with the flu, and I think I probably had the basic flu virus, but not the worst, because I did have a flu shot that then turned into a sinus infection. I'm not wearing any makeup or anything right now. I don't generally wear makeup, but sometimes for my update videos I will a little bit just to have fun. But this is me. I slept 1 hour last night because my recent doctor visit, she put me on a steroid to open up the nasal passages. And one of the side effects of that is that it makes you jittery and unable to sleep. So that's great. But now I have an actual referral to an ear, nose, and throat doctor, which I will be seeing hopefully next week once the referral goes through. That being said, I wanted to show you guys something that I broke down and bought, because neti pots, I don't know if you know what they are. Basically, it's like a teapot that you put saline solution in, and you use it to flush out your sinuses with a basic salt saline solution. Something that's safe for your body. I've never been able to do those well. Like, I always felt like I was drowning, or I would just, it would never get rid of anything. It would just like squirt it, and gravity was never enough to pull down all the crap that's in my sinuses. So I was on Facebook and I saw this being advertised, you know, which is exactly what ads are there for, to get you to click on it, and I did. And I did a bunch of research on these, which is an electronic neti pot. I'm not going to do it for you because it's pretty self-explanatory, and there's videos on their website, so you don't need to see me do it. But I will say it's been pretty good. I'm in my first week of using it. I've been doing it twice a day, and it's pulled out a lot of junk that I would not be able to get with just blowing my nose and all the other, you know, antihistamines and things that I take to try and get rid of the pressure that builds up in my head. So basically you open the top here, you put in your saline solution using, I use distilled water just to make sure that there's nothing in there that could get, well, to my brain, because it's all very close and connected. So distilled water, and then you put this little pod in here, and then you close that and you do it. I at first was not going to get this when I thought you could only use these pods, but there is another person on YouTube who figured out how to hack it very easily, so I didn't even have to research it. Basically, I'll just tell you sort of, you use one of the pods that comes with it, you take it out after and save it, cut this top section off real close to the rim, and then you just set that in there, the rim without the pod in it. And then as it gets to this position, there's a little switch right here. You just click and then close it down, and then it will allow the button to go. So yeah, it's pretty simple, and since it doesn't actually like hack or break the system, I thought it would be well worth it. So yeah, it's been interesting. It basically goes into your nostrils with a little bit of suction, puts it in one side, pulls it out the other, and then it goes down into this chamber pot where literally good word for it, chamber pot, where all the crap goes to sit. This is not a sponsored video. I literally just bought it with my own money. I was going to try and go through insurance for some sort of nasal irrigation, but my Flex account is not very easy to use. They put a lot of restrictions on what you can use, and almost everything has to be prescribed for you to even be able to use the card. And so when I called them up, when I was thinking about how long it would take to be prescribed, to find it, whatever, it was going to take weeks before I'd have anything in my hand, let alone that it might not even be this system. So I bought the one through their website, through the deals they're doing right now, and it came with a travel case, 60 pods, which the pods are fine, but I'm keeping them, you know, so that I can use the outer rim, which is quite reusable, but it's nice to have some backups in case something were to happen to it. And I liked it because it uses batteries, and if I move back to France, then I don't have to worry about something not working, or if I go traveling and I know I'm going to need it because I know that I'm going to get sick, I'll have it, you know. So yeah, I sound a little up right now because of the steroid that I'm on, but it's sort of like makes your body feel like your brain has bees in it. Like your mind is moving faster than your ability, and so you get down to do something and they're not really doing the same things. I'm not sure. I had hoped to tattoo today. I have my my drawing ready. It's a classic American design, American traditional, sorry. A mix of things from a book that I have, which I will talk about as well in the video. Kind of pulling from all the designs, coming up with what I liked. And so this is the design, and I was going to tattoo it, but we'll see if I can't do it today or this weekend. But basically, the whole month has been this way. If I haven't been upped on these drugs, I've been completely dead to the world, it feels like, because of the sickness. Like, I've not been vomiting or having a fever, but like my bones would feel like ice, and I would be, you know, having chills and shivering when it really wasn't that cold. And then the sinus pressure and the drainage, which the first time I used the Navage neti pot, oof, it got out the creme de la creme of boogers. The kind of stuff that I would definitely go to ear, nose, and throat doctors for before. You know, I was getting bright orange and yellow, green, like the bright color, the bad colors that you know that there's something going on. And this was able to pull it out, and I had no idea that was back there because I wasn't getting any traces of it. I just thought everything was good, everything was coming out fine. No, it was much deeper than I was able to get, so I think it's pretty good. It took a couple tries where I was kind of getting it down the back of my throat or out my mouth, because you kind of have to have this knack of closing off the back of your throat when you're doing it so it doesn't come out. And it was a little bit of a learning curve, but not too bad. And people always talk about how it feels like you're drowning. I don't really get that. You know, as long as you're breathing, you're sitting upright, you do pretty good. I was standing, and it was kind of making me dizzy because the sensation is a little disorienting. So now I just sit down and I do it, you know, like that, straightforward, and it seems to do okay. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm not dead. It has just been a very hard month. And I'm hoping that things will be getting better here as I see an ear, nose, and throat doctor here in the U.S. I haven't seen one since moving back to the U.S. It's just been small colds and things that are pretty manageable. But this has been a month now that I've been ill, and it's not right. And I have health insurance, so I got to be doing something about this. There's no reason to be suffering this. So anyway, kind of see my hair's doing something weird here. You're getting like ice white down here, and then slightly colored, and then my roots. So I'm not sure what the heck I'm going to do with it now. Maybe just re-bleach and tone all of this and then go back to blue is always my thought. And then everybody liked the blonde, so I don't know. I kind of miss the blue. And the sides get to this length where I'm like, oh, maybe I should grow it out, you know. But then the instant I cut it, I'm always like, yeah, I always need to cut it. But I've been doing this hairstyle for almost 8 years now. So sometimes I just think about getting rid of all of it and going clean once, but we'll see. Nothing drastic when you're not feeling well, right? That's the worst thing to do. Anyway, so those of you who have never seen me before and just wanted to hear about the Navage nasal thing, I hope you enjoyed it. Look at other videos online. There's a lot of them. I endorse it. It was not sponsored. This isn't them paying me to say any of this. This was just me giving a quick review about it and what it's done for me in a week's time. Less than a week. Tomorrow will be a week. So that's about it. I will see you guys later, and fingers crossed I will have this tattoo video out by the end of the month. I think I will. It is a simple design. The 31st is next Wednesday. It is Friday. There is enough time if my brain and ability will allow it. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you enjoy these. I try to do updates once a week, but again, it's been a rough year so far. And then at least one tattoo video at the end of the month is usually how my schedule's been going. So I will talk to you guys hopefully next week. Bye.